And we're back in City Skylines 2. This is Dr. Dingo, and we are looking at rural highway interchanges. We're going to look at some roads in town and how highways interact in town, and then we're going to look at a small T intersection after this. What we're looking at here is a basic diamond interchange you would see all over America, going over the interstate. This offers people, it's a very effective and cost effective way of building an interchange. So what we have here is on our overpass, we have a light on this side and a light on this side. Coming off the interstate, we give people a dedicated exit lane, and the middle lane here can also exit. Coming up onto the off ramp, we slow down to 30 miles per hour. So this is just a basic 3-lane, one lane road in Skylines. So this slows our traffic down coming up to the light. The right hand turn can turn right without stopping. You can go straight if you made a mistake and say you took the wrong off ramp, and you can get back on the interstate. Or you can take a left to either go over to this area over here, or you can take another left and get back on the interstate. And then it's just the reverse for the other side. Now our off-ramp situation is a little different. We have 2 lanes here. We have our turning lane and our straight lane, which merge together. And then our left lane ends here. And the reason the left lane ends is because the odds of people going straight here are far less likely than people going right. So we just let the right lane just continue to stay right. And then this merges into 1 lane, and then they have their own dedicated turn lane. So looking at why we don't just have this as a highway, 2-lane highway, let's get to that here. It's because it's 70 miles per hour. So we would have people going from 30, 35 to 70, and then the 1 lane is 55. So they'd go slow, fast, fast. We want that gradual increase in speed, and that just helps keep traffic flowing. So we go from 35 to 55 to 70. Looking at the actual overpass itself, we have a 4-lane with a 5-lane asymmetrical road here. So that way people turning left can get into their own lane, and we know they're all going to turn left, and no one here will be blocking anyone trying to go straight. So it's a very effective interchange. You can see I really don't have any traffic issues with it. It is servicing 3,000 people out here, who are either it's industry, taking goods in and out of town, it's commuters, it's people going to school, whatever, and they're all using this just fine. Now, as we expand the town, we'll add variations of this throughout. I don't think we're going to get too fancy with interchanges on this map as far as like clover leaves or things like that, but we will try to incorporate some realistic interchanges like the diamond one here. Now, another tool you can use on a rural build is just doing a straight overpass. These are great for, farmland, places where you need trucks to kind of get over. So I have this industrial area here, and I have a means for both workers. You can see there's some cars and a garbage truck going there. Workers and semis can use this overpass. They can get to where they're going, and they don't have to actually go on the main road to do so. So these are very effective. It might not seem like much, but you're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars off the main road, and over time that adds up. Here on the interstate, we also have turnaround lanes for emergency vehicles. This is really handy, especially when your on ramps and off ramps are spaced really far apart. If there's an accident or something where a police officer or a ambulance needs to get to, they have a means to actually turn around and get to that accident without driving miles and miles down the highway to find a place to turn around. So that's another small thing, you could definitely incorporate. And yes, they do use these in the game. It's not just public transit. Emergency vehicles definitely use these. And I've seen accidents out here, and it's really cool to kind of see the police officers come down to here and turn around to get to, say, an accident down here. Very quickly, I also added just some commercial here, like you might see in real life. I should probably kind of fine tune these and get some gas stations in here, but this is a way for interstate traffic to shop convenience items, gas, things like that, without driving all the way into town. Now, looking at town, we basically have a highway, two highways coming through here. This is the old highway. It's not connected up, so you can't really see traffic. But I just have that coming up to a single stoplight. And this is very common. Don't be afraid of stoplights. You don't have to put roundabouts in everywhere. A lot of times stoplights are really effective. And they can be really effective if you actually have multiple stoplights. So let's say we're getting a lot of traffic backed up here. What we might want to do is put a stoplight all the way back here, and that creates kind of platoons, is what they call them, and that's by design, to have traffic kind of flow in these groupings, and that can help free up your traffic, because just adding a stoplight or two back here can free up your traffic up here. So another small thing to keep in mind. Now, I've also put a railroad through town. This is not uncommon. So sorry for these folks who have to live right behind it. There's no trains on it yet, so I suppose that's a plus. But what I've done is basically taken out every other road. So the roads that go through are the roads that kind of connect to the grid of farms. So truck traffic and stuff has a way to get up to this main road. But I don't have intersections at every one, and that's really kind of a safety thing too. We just don't need, especially in a small town, do we really need traffic to be able to cross the railroad at all these places? We can just give them a handful. They'd have to drive an extra block to cross the street, then they have to drive an extra block. And what I've also done is graded this up. So turn that volume down a little bit there. Graded this up so there is a slight, the tracks are sitting slightly above, I think just 1 meter above the roads next to them. And then we bring the roads up and we bring them back down. So that's another type of connection you'll see in rural communities, where you're actually running the train right through town. The town was probably built around the train, and the train company is certainly not going to pay. They ultimately always have the right of way, so they're not going to pay to move anything. Traffic can just wait. Now up here we have a T intersection. So we have one 2-lane highway teeing into another 2-lane highway. And what we've done is we've removed the right-hand turn option here. We've given people a dedicated right turn without stopping. They just have to yield going that way, and we've done the same thing here. And we've given them a little turn lane here, and same thing here. So basically, if someone wants to take a left, they can take a left. The 2-lane traffic will not slow down. This is just a 3-lane highway, asymmetrical. So you got a left-hand turn here without slowing down traffic. And if we did say we didn't have this in this situation, I would put a 3-lane here as well. So we would have a turning lane left and then a turning lane right. So just doing a little minor upgrade, when you have opportunities to do a turning lane like this, it can really improve the flow of traffic. So you don't have people stopping here to take a right. They take the right back here without stopping. So everyone just keeps moving along. The only people in this situation who are really going to have to come to a stop are the people taking a left here at this turn, or people taking a left here who will have to yield to oncoming traffic, or, in theory. I don't, it doesn't work awesome in the game all the time, but in theory, that's how that should work. So I hope you, maybe picked up a couple things from those connections, and how you might add some more rural, simple highway elements to your design that can improve traffic flow, but aren't just, enormous monstrosities of engineering. I probably a more elegant way to say that, but you know, not giant overpasses, giant interchanges everywhere. Just really simple things that are effective with the actual traffic volume that you have. So I hope that helps, and I hope you picked up a few things. And if not, if not, maybe you post some videos. I'll learn some things from you. A lot of things I understand about highways or know are just from life experience of driving them, following some YouTubers who are engineers and do highway design. But I'm definitely always learning things about roads, and it's just really interesting, all the psychology behind how all of this works. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.